This is the update for the weather for Monday, the 4th of December. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather will be dry through Friday, but rain and storms return over the weekend. And again, we'll have many questions about that. Temperature is a little colder by midweek. Let's take a look at the upper air look this morning. We have a fairly good shortwave trough digging down through Missouri and Arkansas, and that will be pushing a dry front through here over the next 24 hours. That'll bring in colder air by midweek on Wednesday. In advance of that feature, we note a little light rain over Tennessee this morning. We'll see a few scattered clouds around today, but again, we think the air mass just simply too dry for any rain here, despite the approach of that surface front. We've got mostly 40s over the northern half of Alabama this morning. We do note Gadsden down to 36, Anniston 40, Birmingham at 46 degrees. 50s down in South Alabama, Dothan 55, Mobile 57 to start the day. And early this morning, there is a dense fog advisory for parts of east and southeast Alabama from near Talladega, Ashland, and Wedowee down to Dothan and Geneva. And that should dissipate by mid-morning. Elsewhere, winter storm warnings in effect for parts of Maine and the adjacent states. Got some wind issues for the high plains and flash flood watches in effect for parts of the Pacific Northwest. Here's the severe weather outlook today. We have a chance of some thunder north of Alabama, but no severe weather. Tomorrow, not a single thunderstorm expected across the country. And on day 3, which is Wednesday, we have a risk of thunderstorms near the Outer Banks of North Carolina and over parts of the Pacific Northwest. But again, no severe weather is expected. However, check this out. This is the severe weather outlook for day 6, which is Saturday. And by golly, we have a risk of severe thunderstorms across parts of eastern Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas. And again, this is Saturday night, and early Sunday. And at this point, no severe weather is forecast beyond that, but obviously is something we'll be watching. We'll take a look at modeling on this in just a second. Here's a look at rain for the next 7 days. This is the rain valid through Monday morning of next week, and this will be with our feature this weekend. And rain amounts at the moment seem to be in the range between 1/2 and 1 inch for much of the state. About an inch over the Tennessee Valley, lighter amounts down to the south. So model fans, let's dive in. This is the GFS. This is the 06Z run, valid today at 4, troughing over the east. And again, that little shortwave producing some showers and maybe some thunder north of Alabama, parts of East Tennessee and Kentucky, but we should be dry here. Highs around 60 for North Alabama, mid-60s down to the south. This is tomorrow. And again, a dry front comes in here. The day should be partly to mostly sunny. Highs in the 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. This is Wednesday, noticeably cooler. Thickness values are down. Highs in the low and mid-50s over North Alabama, close to 60 for the southern counties of the state. And this is Thursday. Thursday morning, we'll probably see a freeze over north central Alabama. Lows in the upper 20s and low 30s. And again, 50s for North Alabama, 60s on down to the south. Friday, we are still dry. However, as the weekend begins, this is Saturday, and you can see a surface low that's east of Chicago with a trailing band of showers and thunderstorms. And then by Sunday, it's all gone. So let's look at the European and see how it handles this. This is Sunday morning at 6 o'clock. A surface low south of Chicago, a secondary surface low that's just northeast of Birmingham, with a batch of rain and storms coming in here. And again, snow would be falling in St. Louis if this is right, back in the colder air. And this is the projected instability at the moment. Again, this is early Sunday morning, 6 o'clock, and basically little to no surface-based instability, which would really prevent any chance of severe storms. So at the moment, it looks like this feature will bring the chance of severe storms west of the state, Saturday or Saturday night to parts of Louisiana, Arkansas, maybe Mississippi, and then the activity weakening in here after midnight Saturday night into Sunday morning with the lack of surface-based instability. But we all know this is 5-6 days out. This could change. But again, this is back to the GFS, and by Sunday afternoon, it's all out of here. And we turn colder at 540 thickness line, dropping down to Birmingham. Temperatures could be in the 40s Sunday over the Tennessee Valley with 50s elsewhere with a pretty chilly north breeze. So this is Monday, a week from today, troughing over the East Coast, and we are kind of cold and dry. Highs in the 40s over North Alabama, 50s for the southern counties of the state. So let's go out 10 days. This is Wednesday of next week, the 13th of December. Zonal flow and a dry air mass. Rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble. The mean between 1 and 2 inches between now and the 19th of December. Temperatures for Birmingham, around 60 today and tomorrow, then 52 on Wednesday with that push of colder air following the dry front. Down to freezing Thursday morning, then we bounce back with 60s on Friday and Saturday. Then a new surge of colder air coming in here for Sunday and the first part of next week. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance, this is for December 11th through the 17th. Temperatures here would be near average, maybe slightly above average. So wanted to go back 40 years ago yesterday. The Iron Bowl was played at Legion Field in Birmingham, and a tremendous, severe thunderstorm blew in. There was a tornado warning in effect for Jefferson County, evidence of a tornado on radar. And that's what it looked like, and they never stopped the game. Lightning was popping all around. The rain was tremendously heavy. And if a tornado would have touched down during this game, it would have been a tremendous disaster of historic proportion. No telling how many people would die. And thankfully, a tornado did not touch down during that ball game, but that was just incredible. And again, the lightning in itself was tremendously dangerous during that ball game. This was Ray Perkins' first game as head coach, or first Iron Bowl as head coach, but Auburn would win that game, by the way, and that was, you can see, in the fourth quarter with about 7 minutes to go. But the same parent storm did drop a tornado, an F3, that came through Oxford, right there along US 78. That's the old Sky City. Winn-Dixie there. We had 2 fatalities. And that could have just as easily happened at that Iron Bowl. And this was December 3rd, 1983, 40 years ago. And I was live on the Channel 13, the NBC channel, but nobody was watching me because the game was on Channel 6, the ABC channel. And again, that was just a horrific day. And we should mention, again, you can see in the Anniston Star in the headline there was no warning for that tornado in Oxford. But again, that was another reminder that this is tornado season in Alabama. So out west, this was last night in Colorado. Nothing like driving through a blizzard in the high country. That's up in the high elevations west of Denver. That was pretty rough there. We're thankful it looked like this here yesterday, just a glorious sunset. And that was the view down there on the Alabama Gulf Coast, looking awfully good. So that is it for the morning update. And I should mention we're live only on YouTube this morning. The software that I use to produce these, apparently there's an issue between that vendor and Facebook, and they should resolve that, I hope, later today, and we'll be back live on Facebook. So if you're watching us on the Facebook side through YouTube, that's the situation. But you might want to subscribe to the YouTube channel in case this ever happens again. It's nice having both of them. And for those watching on Facebook, the YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/James Spann with no spaces. So headed to Calera this morning. Going to see some pre-K students, Kids on the Rock daycare and kindergarten. Those guys make me laugh. Tomorrow going down to Greene County in West Alabama. Going to see the senior adults in Bology. Wednesday, Children's of Alabama. Do the program there, Weather Wednesday, for patients and their families. Thursday, got a couple of stops going to Oxford Elementary, home of the Yellow Jackets. And then after that, we'll be at Brookwood Forest Elementary in Mountain Brook. And then Friday, it's Southside Elementary School, home of the Panthers in Etowah County. I've been seeing the students there, the fifth graders, in December for many, many years. That's always a lot of fun. And we do have a book signing Saturday. We don't have the details yet. As soon as we get it from the publisher, we'll pass that along. We had a great time up at the Meeks event venue in Pisgah Saturday night. The crowd was huge, and everybody was just so kind. So again, to everybody up in Pisgah, thank you. It was marvelous. Don't forget Weather Brains, our show for weather dweebs. Dorks, Nerds, Weenies, that'll be on tonight on the Weatherbrains YouTube channel, youtube.com/weatherbrains. But we know that most people listen later to the podcast, the audio podcast version. That's at 7 o'clock Central tonight on the YouTube channel. You can watch it live. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.